Greetings and welcome to Nathan Nile Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Nile, and this is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. And on today's video, well, I mostly just made this video to let y'all know that there's not going to be another video in January. Well, first of all, I did not expect that wrestling video to take as long as it did. I worked on that for about a period of about 10 days. And honestly, that was me forcing myself to do it. Because normally, if I'm being completely honest, I try to fit these videos in my free time. But I've done such a good job filling up my free time lately that I don't have any left. So, I'm not going to make another video this month. Hold on. Okay. So I'm not going to make another video this month, but I'm going to make at least one in February. One for sure. I've already started filming it. I'm gonna make at least one. I'm gonna try for 2. 3 is a possibility, but that's only if a lot of things go right. So don't bet on 3. I can guarantee you 1. I'm gonna try for at least 2. I mean, leave comments down below if you want to guess which one I'm gonna do, or if you want to at least try to suggest what one of them should be. What are you most looking forward to? I might change my mind about which one I film second. But so yeah, I'm gonna try to put at least 2, because I don't know if y'all realize this, because it feels like 2025 literally just started, and yet January is almost over. We're in the last week of January. What the actual fuck? Why does time go by so goddamn fucking fast? It's like hold on. Like when you're in the moment, it drags on forever, especially when you're at work. Because an hour at work can feel like a week of normal time. But then you look back on it and you're like, has it really been a month? Fuck! I've done nothing. Yeah. So that's the main thing. Hey, I am alive. More videos will come eventually. It's just a little too bright for me. Anyways, I'm doing a couple things right now. The point is, yeah, I did want to take a second to talk about budgeting, because I've noticed I have a bigger savings account than almost anyone in my life. And I don't know how the fuck that happened. First of all, I have learned in therapy that I have a tendency to catastrophize. And for those who don't know what that means, and I might not be necessarily saying the most accurate version of it, but here's how I live. Basically, I imagine the worst possible scenario, and then I live my life as if that has already happened. And it puts a lot of unnecessary stress on me. I do a lot of unnecessary emotional damage to myself, and I'm trying to work on that, give myself a little bit more grace. However, if I didn't do that, I can't guarantee I would have survived last year, because last year, it was a rough year. And I think I only survived because I let that anxiety get the best of me. This was one case where being a bit too fucking neurotic and pessimistic helped. But anyways, so, what was I gonna say? Oh. So when it comes to making a budget, 2 things. First of all, you gotta write it down. You can't just do it in your head. You have to write it down, have physical evidence of it, and you gotta keep up with it. Okay? You gotta write down everything you spend. You gotta have a list of all the expenses you know for sure you have to have. Like rent, Utilities if you pay those, travel if you need to however you get around, whether that's bus tickets or if you have a car, how much gas do you usually spend in a month? You need to learn to track these things. Try to get like if you've never made a budget before, the first thing you do is just starting the month of February. February is a shorter month than others, so it's a bad month to start on. But starting the month of February, write down every single cent that you spend. And then the month of March, you write down everything you have to spend. Like, it is unavoidable. Like, this money is going to leave my bank account. Okay? I cannot live if it doesn't. And then you look at what I do, look at how much money I made the previous month, and that sets my budget. Here's the thing. It depends on how much you actually have. Because, like, if you got nothing, then try to limit yourself to literally the bare essentials. That being said, look, I'm going to tell you straight up. There's an old saying, this probably isn't like verbatim, but there's an old saying that the road to heaven is paved through hell. So yeah, if you got champagne wishes and caviar dreams, sometimes you got to spend a few years eating shit. And that's just a fucking fact of life. Because that's how I've survived. I lived below my means for long enough to give myself a good, solid cushion. So, yeah. It sucks that that's how it is, but motherfucker, that's just how it is. And you can't change that. But yeah. And so the other simple thing is you don't have to do these exact numbers, but what I do, at least what I used to do, I'm not doing it right now just because of the situation I'm in, but what I was doing before, I made enough money that, hey, $100 out of every paycheck goes straight into my savings account and it doesn't get touched, period. I mean, I might have to start doing that again, but we'll see how this is all shaping out. But that's what I try to do, just every month, without fail, like clockwork. $100 from every paycheck goes into the savings account, and you don't touch the savings account ever. And your budget is based off of what's in the checking account. Okay, that's your spending money, and your savings account. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Pure and simple. There are too many people who are like, they'll put something in their savings account, then there's like, ooh, there's something I want. I shouldn't buy it. But then they're like, fuck it, I have the money, I'm going to buy it. That's not a bad way to live. You're allowed to live that way. Like me personally, I told myself, hey, no more fast food. But I'm limiting the amount of fast food I'm getting. I've had Taco Bell. This is my third time getting Taco Bell this month. I've had Whataburger twice. What's the other? I mean, I've gone to like 7-Eleven, a Quick Trip a few times to get like a sandwich or something else, like so I can have a snack to eat at lunch when I'm at work or something. You know, fuck it. Like I've cut back so much from what I used to do. Because at my last job, I made enough money that I could get $200 worth of grocery delivered to my house every other week. And then I'd still, every day off, I would still go ahead and just order takeout. And then, but now, yeah, I get $200 worth of groceries delivered to my door at the beginning of the month. And then once or twice a month, sometimes, just depends on how the month is going, I will walk to HEB and get 40 or 50 bucks worth of food and carry that back home. And now, if I want fast food, I can only get what I can carry. Like, I have to walk over there and fucking get it. Now that's the main way that I keep my budget a little low. because I want to walk there even less than I want to spend money. So being lazy has helped me save some money. But unfortunately, some people are too lazy. They're like, I want to save money, but I don't want to do anything. So, in order to prevent my life from being difficult, I'm going to go ahead and spend that money. Which, once again, hey, your life, you do what the fuck you want. I'm not telling you how you have to live. I'm just telling you, like, this is how I live. This is how I've saved my money, built me like a small cushion. You gotta live your life, bro. But anyways, yeah, just keep an eye out. Got a video coming next month. At least one, possibly more, but at least one. You know? And if you want to be smarter with your money, you have to write shit down. Cause then cause that's one way to hold yourself accountable. You write it down at the beginning of the month. This is how much I have to spend. These are the necessary expenses that I cannot avoid. And then at the end of the month, when you realize, oh, I gave myself this much that I'm allowed to spend. I still have a few hundred left. I can get Taco Bell because fuck it, I want it. And you feel absolutely no guilt about that. Because you already know for a fact you have spent way less money than you earned. Technically, it's like I got enough money in my bank account. I gave myself a little bit extra in the budget because I can do that. Anyways, that's it for today. Keep tuned in. I hope you had a good January. If not, I hope you have a better February. And I will see you next. Well, I'll see you next month.